Hello viewers, I'm Zach Hardy, and let me just start off by saying this. 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 70, maybe 80. Should I start over? No, I'm not starting over, because let me tell you, this is what I call the first episode of a brand new series that will be coming out towards the end of October called Tournament. It'll be featuring WWE and USW wrestlers. Every season we will have a set of wrestlers, 16 for the WWE and 16 for USW, and we will rank them based on power, toughness, speed, and charisma. We'll rank them through that, and then the total points that they have will go to their place, as in, let's say they tied for 12, let's say they tied for 6th. And then we add up, we see who gets the spots on the bracket. There's bracket 1, which is the bracket you want to be at, because that's the main sport. And then there's bracket 2, which isn't bad, but it is the second step. So we have bracket 1 and we have bracket 2. Every season, the 16th seed, which will go against the 1 seed in the first round, both 16 seeds will be filled by a wild card spot. Let me just tell you this as some rules ahead of time. After every match, which is every round, -8 everything, power, toughness, speed, and charisma will be taken off of that wrestler's status bar. +5 energy bonus after every round. Therefore, after every round is pretty much about a negative. It's pretty much about -3 or 4 points in each category that they'll have to go through. Mostly this will work towards round 1. If you're lucky, round 2. There are some boosts, and this is inspired off the WWE Supercard game, yes, I can tell you that, but it's going to be a great tournament, it's going to be a great season, it's going to be a great series. So the boost, if you have over 95 in speed, you will gain a +5 speed boost until you reach lower than 95. If you have over a 93 in a power category, you earn +5 for power until you get below 93. If you have over a 96 in charisma, then you will add a +5 charisma bonus until you get under 96. And obviously, if you get over 93 in the toughness category, you'll have +5 toughness in that category until you go underneath 93. Now, let me read you the representatives of the first season of Tournament. Representing USW, you have Zach Hardy, you have Cannon, Masha Geta, Western Light, Yo-Yo Joe, Prophecy, Capital, Lone Wolf, Derek Carter, Alex, Chris Ross, Dwayne Porter, Dustin Raymond, Anarchy, Ash, and Titanfall. Representing the WWE, you have John Cena, Randy Orton, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Randy Savage, Batista, Edge, Jeff Hardy, Big Show, The Ultimate Warrior, and Brock Lesnar. Now, yes, there are some people from the WWE that were in the WWF before it became the WWE, but that's because I'm trying to get them as wrestlers from not just now, not just the current generation, but from past generations, and I try to get some of the bests. Let me see this very quick. No problem here. So we ranked them we ranked them all based on their power, toughness, speed, and charisma. They will add the total points they have. So, for instance, we have a 93, a 92, a 96, and a 95. That equals up to 376 points. So they rank based on whoever else has 376 points, and that's what will determine their seeding. Now, seeding doesn't normally mean everything when it comes to the tournament, but it will play a factor going into later rounds, and also via how much your wrestler is favored in point status over the other wrestler. So, based off of this tournament season, what we'll have in order to calculate whether we're going to have whether we're going to determine a match via the power, toughness, charisma, or speed category, we're going to pick them at random. Now, this episode will not feature the first matches, and these first 2 matches will be featured on the very first episode, even though it'll be the second episode. This is just the premiere. Jeez, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah. No, I don't remember. Huh. Oh, that sucks. What was I saying? Let me see. Well, let me just get into this. We have 16 categories on each, so we have 32 representatives. Yes, there will be some matches where USW performers will face USW performers. There will be some circumstances where WWE performers perform against WWE performers. After every season in tournament, there will most likely be, I forgot what I was going to say. You know what? Let me do a favor. Let me pause the video and see where I went wrong. Okay, now that I remember, let me just adjust the camera. Now that I remember what I was going to say, well, I shouldn't say remember, I should say I cheated to find out what I was talking about after every season to determine whether we're going to categorize the matches via power, toughness, speed, or charisma. We'll pick them at random somehow. I'm still working at the kinks. I'll probably download an app on the iPhone and then play it through on there. I don't know how we're going to make the episodes longer. But, let's get into the seeding. So, based on the 16 seeds, we're going to call those the wild card seeds. There are 2 wild card seeds, one from USW and one from the WWE. That equals 2 if you've done your math correctly and if you passed the first grade. Those wild card seeds, no matter what, will be the 16th seed. No matter how great they are, whether they are ranked tied for 29th or tied for 15th, they will always be the bottom seeds. So let's just announce them already. So in bracket 1, as we are now getting into the arrangements, bracket 1, the wildcard seed number 16 is Titanfall. The reason being was because Titanfall is the newest guy categorized in there, and he is the guy who you don't see too often yet is still in the ranks. Therefore, he is the wildcarder because I feel like he deserves a spot in Season 1. Now, for bracket 2, number 16, the 16th seed is Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, now, don't get me wrong, the reason Brock Lesnar is not higher on this list is because he did leave and he did go perform for a different place. Now, I know that I have Batista, but here's the thing, Brock Lesnar, he was a little skeptical with the WWE early on, and yes, he may have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but there have been things in his career that have led me not to pick him in the top 15 for the WWE representatives. Spotto can't reach him. So, without further ado, the 16th seed for bracket 1 is Titanfall, and the 16th seed for bracket 2 is Brock Lesnar. Now we will go backwards, going down from 16 to 15, all the way down to the first seeds. So now we go down to the 15th seed, and this will be in bracket 1. Now, fucking shut up. Alright, whatever. I hate when I'm interrupted. Be right back. Sorry, I had to go quiet him down. I didn't know what he wanted, so I just pet him for a little while. So, we go into the 15th seed for bracket 1. And bracket 1, 15, or the first through 15 seeds were on the bracket were determined via how many points in total you had. So, the 15th seed for bracket 1 revealed is Andre the Giant. Now, Andre the Giant excelled in power and toughness, but his speed and his charisma were not up to par. He ended up gaining 361 total points, and he was tied for 31st, which is the last place seed in the bracket. Now, the other one who is tied for the 15th seed will be in bracket 2, and that is Yo-Yo Joe. Yo-Yo Joe also tied for 31, which means Yo-Yo Joe did have also 361 points. I'm losing my mind. I apologize for that. Yo-Yo Joe, his power was not up to par. His toughness and speed and charisma excelled for most, but he did not earn a top spot. Therefore, he was the 15th seed in bracket 2. Now going down to the 14th seed in bracket 1, and that is filled by Anarchy. And Anarchy gaining 91 points in power, toughness, and speed, but his charisma, what helped him get up a little bit more, was at 94, so he was able to rack up 367 points, which had him had him at 27th place. And that means the 14th seed for bracket 2 is The Big Show. The Big Show, as I find him, he excelled in power and toughness, but his speed was not up to par, and his charisma was just at average. He ended up gaining 366 points, which put him at 28th place, which put him into the 14th seed in bracket 2. Now going down to the 13th seed in bracket 1. That is filled by The Undertaker. The Undertaker, very great performer, excelled in power and toughness, but his speed was at 85, lower than you would expect for most of the performers here, and his charisma was up. It was a bit better than many other performers, but his speed is really what took him down. The Undertaker gained 369 points, and he right. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. So that's what gained him the 13th seed in bracket 1. The 13th seed in bracket 2, though, went to Ash. Ash, with 90 points in power and 89 points in toughness, took him down a bit, but his speed and charisma are what saved him. 367 points, right? No, 369 points in total. That's what got Ash to the 13th. Sorry, I'm constantly being interrupted, and I'm not liking it. But you know what? I've got to put up with it because I am putting out this YouTube video, so I don't want there to be any blood on my clothes when I'm in this video. Otherwise, it's going to be proof. So, yeah, we go to the 12th seed in bracket 1, which goes to Edge. Boy, oh boy, these fucking interruptions, man. Bracket 1, the 12th seed goes to Edge. Edge was able to get, decent average, 92 and 90 in both power and toughness. What saved him was his charisma at 96, and his speed was just above par at 93. He gained 371 points, which got him the 12th seed in bracket 1. The bracket 2 12th seed is Batista. Batista was able to excel in power and toughness, but his speed and his charisma were not up to par, which ended up gaining him 371 points, but via tiebreaker, he ended up becoming the 12th seed in bracket 2. We go down to the 11th seed in bracket 1, and that seed will go to Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, not doing too well, not getting up to average in power and toughness at 89, but his speed and his charisma at 95 and 98 gained him 371 points, which put him at 11th place in the bracket 1. Bracket 2, 11th place, is Randy Orton, who was able to get, as I find him, 95 points in power and 96 points in toughness, which is higher than average. And what put his downfall was 91 in speed and 90 in charisma. That is what gained him 372 points. That was able to get him 11th place in bracket 2. In bracket 1, 10th place goes to Derek Carter. Derek Carter, 95 in power, above par, or above average, 93 in toughness, just a little bit above average, 94 in speed, and 91 in charisma. I think the charisma is what did him down the most, and toughness helped it a little bit. He was able to gain 373 points, which put him in the 10th seed in bracket 1. The 10th seed in bracket 2 is going to John Cena. John Cena gaining higher than average in both power and toughness, but his speed and his charisma at 87 and 89 respectively are what took him down. That gained him 373 points, which put him at the 10th seed in bracket 2. The 9th seed, going now to bracket 1, will go to Alex. Alex, great performer in USW, but here's the thing. 89 in both power and toughness are what his downfalls were. Even though he excelled in speed and charisma at 98, he gained 374 points, which put him at the 9th seed in the bracket 1. Bracket 2, 9th seed, goes to Prophecy. Prophecy, another great performer and great uprising star here in USW, but power and toughness, 90, right at average, although his speed and his charisma at 97 and 96 respectively gained him 373 points, and the 9th seed in bracket 2. The 8th seed in bracket 1, who will face Alex, is Dustin Raymond. So we do have a USW versus USW matchup. Dustin Raymond excelling in power and toughness at 96 and 97 respectively, but his speed and charisma at average 90 and 91 respectively gained him 374 points, which put him at the 8th seed in bracket 1, although he is in the top 8 seeds, the top 8 half of the bracket. In bracket 2, the 8th seed goes to Randy Savage, so it will be Randy Savage and Prophecy in round 1. Randy Savage was able to gain 96 points in power and toughness, which was obviously above par, but 90 in speed and 92 in charisma are what took him down to 374 points, so that's what got him down to the 8th seed in bracket 2, so it will be Randy Savage and Prophecy. We now move on to the 7th seed in bracket 1, and that seed goes to Zach Hardy. I gained 94 points in power and 95 points in toughness. Speed and charisma, though, on the other hand, just a little bit above average, not enough to get me into the higher spots. 93 in both speed and charisma, 371 points in total. That gave me the 7th seed in bracket 1. I will be facing Derek Carter in bracket 1. The 7th seed in bracket 2 will be facing John Cena is Western Light. Western Light gaining 93 points in power, 95 points in toughness. Power just a little bit above average. That didn't help him too much when it came to charisma, gaining him 93 points. Speed, though, 94 points. So he was just above average, decency. 375 points in total gained him the 7th seed in bracket 2. The 6th seed going to bracket 1 is Cannon. Cannon gaining 93 points in power and 92 points in toughness. It was his downfall, and 96 points in speed and 95 points in charisma are what helped him up a little bit more, 376 points in total, gaining him the 6th seed in bracket 1. The 6th seed, and by the way, it will be in bracket 1, Cannon versus Jeff Hardy in the 6th versus 11th seed, and the bracket 2, the 6th seed, who will be facing Randy Orton, is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin, 96 points in power, 98 points in toughness, that's what helped him out. 89 points, though, in speed, and 92 points in charisma are what were his downfall. 375 points, that gained him the 6th seed in bracket 2. Oh my gosh. Fuck! So, sorry for the interruptions, neighbors, man. Pain in the ass sometimes. 5th seed in bracket 1 goes to Dwayne Porter. Dwayne Porter able to rack up 92 points in power and 90 points in toughness. That was his downfall, gaining just about average, but 96 and 90.8 points in speed and charisma are what excelled him to be able to get to the 376 point total mark, which gained him the 5th seed in bracket 1. He will be facing Edge in bracket 1 in the 5th versus 12th seed in bracket 1. Now the 5th seed in bracket 2, who will be facing Batista, is Majigeta. Majigeta, 91 points in power and 93 points in toughness. That was his downfall, just gaining a little bit, if not at average, on power and toughness, but 96 points in both speed and charisma, gaining 376 points, was able to save him from getting a higher, technically, but you can call it a lower spot in bracket 2. Now going on to the 4th seed in bracket 1, who will be facing The Undertaker. It will be The Ultimate Warrior. 97 points in power and 98 points in toughness. That's what helped him out. But speed and charisma at 90 and 92 points gave him 377 points in total. That's what brought him to the 4th seed in bracket 1. Bracket 2, the fourth seed will go to, and he will be facing will be Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels, 93 points in power, 92 points in toughness. Those were his downfall. Although 95 points in speed and 97 points in charisma are what got him to 377 points in total, bringing him up to the fourth spot in the bracket 2. Bracket 3, or bracket 1, 3rd seed is, and will be facing Anarchy, is Triple H. Triple H, 98 points in both power and toughness. That's what helped him out. But 89 points in speed and just gaining above average with 93 points in charisma, gaining him a total of 378 points are what brought him to the Bracket 1 3rd seed. The Bracket 2 3rd seed, who will be facing the Big Show, is Capital. Capital, 97 points in power, 98 points in toughness. Those are what helped him out, but 92 points in speed and 90 points in charisma. That's what his downfall was. 377 points, gaining him the 3rd seed in Bracket 2. Bracket 1, the 2nd seed, who will be facing Andre the Giant, is Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf gaining 94 points and 95 points in power and toughness, respectively. That's what helped him out just a little bit, but what really helped him out was the 97 points in both speed and charisma. That's what helped him out to win 383 point total, which brought him to the 2nd seed in Bracket 1. Bracket 2, the 2nd seed, who will be facing Yo-Yo Joe, will be Hulk Hogan. Wrestling would not be what it is if Hulk Hogan had not wrestled. Hulk Hogan gaining 98 points and 96 points in power and toughness, respectively, but 86 points and 89 points in speed and charisma, just below standards, below average. 379 points, that gained him the 2nd seed in the Bracket 2. Now, we move on to the top seeds in Bracket 1 and Bracket 2. In Bracket 1, the 1st seed, who will be facing Titanfall. Yes, this is a USW versus USW match. The 1st seed will be Tall Man Chris Ross. And the reason why is because Chris Ross gaining 96 points and 98 points in power and toughness, but 85 points and 89 points in speed and charisma. That's what took him up a little bit. 388 points in total. That's what gained him the 1st seed in Bracket 1. He will be facing Titanfall. And the final seed and the final one to be revealed, the first seed in Bracket 2, who will be facing Brock Lesnar in Round 1, is The Rock. The Rock, I apologize. 96 points and 98 points in power and toughness, respectively. 90 points in speed, but 99 points in charisma. The only performer or wrestler to have 99 points in anything is The Rock, gaining him 383 points, gaining him Bracket 2 victory. So, once again, running down the matches, and we're going to go from top seed to bottom seed. Bracket 1, Chris Ross versus Titanfall. Or I should say, number 1, Chris Ross versus number 16, Titanfall. Number 2, Lone Wolf versus number 15, Andre the Giant. Number 3, Triple H versus number 14, Anarchy. I'll be right back. If I see one more fucking interruption, I am going to be fucking pissed. I should just run it down the line. You know what, fuck it. I'm just going to read off the episode. So, I'll just give you out the opening round episode information as I've written it down on my whiteboard. Let's see if you guys can read it. I'll see if you guys can read it. You cannot read it because it's backwards. Yay! So I'll just read it for you. Episode 1, we'll see Dustin Raymond versus Alex, and we'll see Randy Savage versus Prophecy. Episode 2, we'll see Zach Hardy versus Derek Carter, and Western Light versus John Cena. Episode 3, we'll see Cannon versus Jeff Hardy, and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Randy Orton. Episode 4, we'll see Dwayne Porter versus Edge, and Majigeta versus Batista. Episode 5, we'll see The Ultimate Warrior versus The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels versus Ash. The 6th episode, we'll see Triple H versus Anarchy, and Capital versus The Big Show. The 7th episode, we'll see Lone Wolf versus Andre the Giant, and Hulk Hogan versus Yo-Yo Joe. And the 8th episode, and the final one of Round 1, even though we have, I forget how many, I think we have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 rounds. And the final episode of Round 1 will be Chris Ross versus Titanfall, and The Rock versus Brock Lesnar. So, great opening lineup. I believe it'll be towards the end of October that this will be going up, so thank you for watching the very first episode, even though it doesn't really count. This is more like the pilot for tournament. Thank you very much for watching. You like the new backdrop? Pretty cool, right? Yeah, this is just my living room area. I have my swivel chair that makes a bunch of creaking sounds. I've turned my clock upside down, because even though you know that I use Eastern time, I don't want you seeing what time it was up. You know what? I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek. That's why not. I'm an asshole. Oh, let's see. You can't even read it, can you? It's backwards. Haha. Just playing with you. It's 8:24 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm not doing this in the morning. You'd be crazy. I'm waking up this early. Then again, I'm always crazy, so yeah, it'd probably be usual. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Remember, like, favorite, subscribe for more. Tournament, Episode 1, Season Premiere, Series Premiere coming up October, I believe. Let me see. Let me think. I believe that it will be October. Wait, let me think. I'm not mistaken. I think it's October 26th, 2014, that the series premiere of Tournament will come up. So remember, thank you very much for watching this pilot episode of Tournament. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe for more. I'm Zach Hardy signing off. See you at October for the series premiere of Tournament. Thank you for watching. Peace out.